Hey guys, welcome back to another video on Become Better on my YouTube channel. In today's video we're going to talk all about the topic life moves forward regardless of what you do. This topic is really important to talk about because obviously in life, regardless of what happens, you always sort of bounce back and move forward. And I also think that in life sometimes you don't get things that you necessarily want in your life, and sometimes that can be a really bummer for you, and it can make you feel really sad and not good about yourself. But I think at the end of the day, life will move on and life keeps going regardless of what you do. And what I mean by that is if you make a mistake, life will still go on. If you make a success move, life will still go on. If you get that new job, life's still going to go on. If you get that new promotion, life's going to go on. If someone sadly passes away, life is still going to go on. If you end up getting ill, you'll get better and then life will still go on. So whatever you do in your life, the sun will still come up the next morning and you will be okay. And I think that's a really important topic to talk about and to think about, because whatever you do in your life, life will still go on. Life will still move forward, whatever you decide to do in your life. And I think it gives you more of a reality check of, everything's just stuff. If something good happens, it's stuff. Something bad happens, it's just stuff. Life is all just a bunch of stuff everywhere, and some's good stuff, some's bad stuff. But at the end of the day, it's all just stuff. And at the end of the day, you'll still be fine. Whatever ends up happening, you'll still move forward. Life is all about moving forward, and it's about keep going, regardless of what you end up facing in your life. It's all about moving forward, and it really hurts when you want something that you can't have, or something ends up becoming a burden, or something you really want just doesn't end up happening. And it is a bit sad, because obviously you want to do things, you want things to happen in your way, but at the end of the day, sometimes you don't get what you want because of God's timing. I talk about this in a lot of my videos, God's timing is always better than your timing. I think I made a whole video on it. I'll put a link up here to go watch it. But it's really true. My friend always says to me, one of my friends, he's really close to me, and he says everything in life is timing, the right time at the right place, and I really do believe that. Sometimes if you want something and you're in the wrong place at the wrong time, it cannot happen. Not because you're not good enough or X, Y, and Z, but literally just because you're at the wrong place at the wrong time. And if you're in the right place at the right time, it would actually work and it would actually happen. But unfortunately, sometimes in life you find yourself in the wrong place at the wrong time, and then you don't get what you want, not because of anything of who you are or anything, but literally just because it's the wrong place at the wrong time. And a lot of the things that you want, you have to be at the right place at the right time to get what you want out of it. And I just really believe that a lot of things in life is timing. I cannot stress this enough, that timing is a really key factor for so many things in life. Timing really, it does play a huge factor in in life, and that's just a part and key that we need to think about when we're really thinking about our future and things like that. Obviously you can't really plan being at the wrong place at the wrong time, but you can learn from it and grow from it. And sometimes God puts you in situations at the wrong place at the wrong time to make you learn and grow, and to be another lesson that you learn that will prepare you for your future. I definitely do believe that. And I also think that sometimes just things don't work out because basically there's something better around the corner that we're not aware of, and everything does happen for a reason, and if something doesn't work out the way you want it to, just know that it wasn't meant to be. If something's meant to be, it will be. And yeah, so I definitely do believe in that. But yeah, coming back to the main topic of this video, you know, life will still move on regardless if you get that relationship, if you get that job, if you get that new friendship that you want. Like, life's still going to go on, so it's sort of like saying, you know, there's going to be good things that happen in your life and bad things that happen in your life, but you just got to like accept it, learn from it, and move forward, and try and take the positives out of things. Like, try and think of all the positives that has like happened to you, even though it doesn't always feel like the best situation. Even if something bad happens to you, it's sort of like thinking, okay, what positives did I take out of this? What did I learn from it? Because I think every experience you have in your life, you can really learn from it and grow from it and become a better person through that situation. And yeah, and you know, the sun's still going to rise the next day, and if you get up, you know, if you wake up the next day, you know, like, there's so many blessings in life, you know, like waking up, having breakfast, having a job that you earn money from, you know, these are all like blessings, and I think they're all, you know, like, being grateful for what you have, you know, really does help when you do feel low or sad in moments, because, you know, sometimes you can think, oh, I don't really like my job too much, but then you can think to yourself, like, actually, I'm grateful that I have a job and I'm earning income, even though if it's not like the thing you really want to do right now, you know, it's giving you income, so then when you do get the thing you want to do, then you can get that from your income. So yeah, that's sort of what I think about that situation, and you know, the sun is gonna, you know, the world isn't going to stop going round just because you lose your job or you get fired or that relationship ends. You know, life moves forward regardless of what happens. So if you are going through a rough time, just hang in there and hold tight, and you will get through it, and you will get on top of things, and you will feel happy again. You always think, oh, I'm never going to feel happiness again, I'm never going to fall in love again, and then like love always finds you again, you know. If you're going through a breakup, you will find someone new eventually, because there's millions of people in the world, and you know, you connect with lots of different people, and some people you connect with and you fall in love with and you never have a relationship with them, and other people you fall in love with and you have a relationship with them. Some people you just stay friends with. It all just depends on the situation, really. But yeah, so, and I know it like does suck when things don't work out how you want it to, but at the end of the day, you've always got to do what's right and what's best for both parties involved. And you know, even when it comes to jobs, you know, you might apply for a job, think you really want it, and then like obviously go to the interview, and then you might not like think it's the right job for you, and then you might end up leaving. That's why it's always like good to try things before you. People say like try before you buy. It's more just like trying things before like committing to them. Yeah, so you never know till you try, and that's the other thing. Like if you want to start a new business venture, if you want to apply for that new job, you know, you always just try. And you know, you have nothing to lose, everything to gain. Yeah. So that's another thing to think about. And yeah, just try and be hopeful and try and be positive about situations, and you know, like I've said, the world isn't going to stop just because something bad happens to you. If something bad happens to you, sort of like learn from it and try and move forward from it, and obviously you can grieve and feel sadness. If you feel sad, it's never like a bad thing. It's always you know, feeling sadness, it's a horrible feeling to have, but, you know, it's a feeling, and, you know, just because we can feel sadness, we can also feel happiness. And then obviously if something good happens in your life, you be grateful for it, you feel that happiness, and you be grateful that you're in a happy place, because obviously in life, you know, you go through ups and downs, and sometimes when you're in like a really like good place, just feel like you should just feel really grateful that you're in a good place, because, you know, nothing lasts forever, no good thing lasts forever, no bad thing lasts forever. So if you're in a happy, good place, then you should feel really, really happy about that. And yeah, I think that's all I'm going to say in this video. So I really hope you took something away from this video. I really enjoyed making this one, because, you know, the world is still going to go round, regardless of what happens, regardless of what you do, you know, the world will keep going, you know? The world is not going to stop because something good happens or something bad happens, you know? You have to keep moving forward regardless of what ends up happening. And that's the most important thing, is keeping moving forward, growing, learning, having new experiences, not living in your past. Your past doesn't define you, you know, your past shapes you, but it doesn't define you. And just because you have past experiences, it doesn't mean that has to be your future. And life is all about moving forward, and being grateful for the past memories you have, but obviously making it your ultimate goal in life, because we're all on different paths and we're all heading to different journeys, and we all cross paths with certain people in life, and you should be grateful for them. And life moves forward regardless of what you do, so be grateful for life, be grateful for what it throws at you, be grateful for the journey you're on. You're on your own specific journey in life. Never compare yourself, and be grateful, and life always moves forward, never backwards. So stop living in the past, live in the present, plan for the future, be excited for the future, and try and enjoy your life, each moment as it plays out in each chapter. God bless you, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!